Hey everyone, Bill Lethman here for MoneyEvolution.com. In today's video blog, I'm going to be doing a continuation of a series that I've been doing all week talking about annuities. So if you've been watching some of the other videos we put out this week, we started off by talking about what is an annuity. We also talked about 6 of what I believe to be the biggest mistakes some people make when buying an annuity. I talked about why some very popular financial gurus don't like annuities and offered some insight on that. Also talked about the 5 big reasons that I think you shouldn't buy an annuity as well. So in this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about why or where I think an annuity might fit into somebody's overall retirement strategy. So as we've been talking about in some of the other videos, I think there's a couple primary reasons why people might want to consider an annuity for a portion of their portfolio. One of those reasons is that it's designed to protect a portion of your retirement assets, and some annuities can do a very good job of that. And again, as with all annuities, you definitely need to do your homework. Make sure you're reading the prospectus and you understand any annuity before you buy it. The second reason, which I think is probably the most popular reason or common reason for buying an annuity, is to provide some retirement income. And that's what I'm going to be talking about here today. So let's say, for example, let's use a hypothetical example here and say that you've been doing some retirement planning and you're kind of mapping out some of your cash flow. So let's say you have Social Security benefits, and let's assume if you're married, you and your spouse have Social Security benefits of about $40,000 a year. I know a lot of people these days don't have pensions, or maybe your pension plan has been frozen. But let's say that you do have some pension income, and we're going to say that $30,000 is coming in from your pension. So a total of $70,000 in what I would like to refer to as predictable income sources. So that's money that, assuming your pension plan and Social Security doesn't go broke, that should be pretty reliable income you should have for the rest of your life. But let's say that your expenses that you've calculated are $90,000 a year. So obviously, doing some quick math, that's going to leave you with about $20,000 short, obviously. And one of the things I talked about, I think, on one of the other videos this week was some information from a study, and I think there's been multiple studies here talking about the happiest people in retirement are those people that have the majority of their expenses covered by these predictable income sources. And an annuity could potentially be a source to maybe make up a portion or maybe all of that $20,000 that you have that you know you're going to need for some of these retirement expenses. So let's see how this works here. Let's say that we'll just use some nice round math here. Let's say that you have a $1 million retirement portfolio. And I think a lot of people in our profession would refer to probably a common retirement strategy is to have an asset allocation of what we would refer to as the 60-40 retirement portfolio. And this is something we see all the time, probably the most common. So what that means essentially is 60% of your assets would be in stocks and 40% of your assets would be in bonds. And let's think for a second of what we want that bond portion to do. Number one is we want that to be a little bit of a safer part of the portfolio because historically bonds don't fluctuate as much as the stock market. And the other thing we wanted to do is hopefully provide some income. And that's one of the things obviously bonds are designed to do is provide a consistent interest rate or income stream here. So right now in today's interest rate environment, and I think I made another video about this here a couple of weeks ago talking about interest rates and where we're at, but the 10-year Treasury as it stands today is at 2.3%. So if you think about that, if you put the entire $1 million of your portfolio into a 10-year Treasury, it's only going to throw off $23,000 a year of income. And that's maybe going to cover your retirement shortfall there, but it's probably not the best strategy for most people to consider. So where an annuity could fit into the portfolio is to look at the possibility of maybe taking a portion of that 40% that would be allocated towards bonds and maybe think about an annuity as a substitute for those bonds. So again, let's continue on with some relatively easy math here. And let's say, and this may not be the strategy that you'd want to do necessarily, but if you had that $400,000 and you were able to find an annuity that offered a 5% guaranteed income stream or guaranteed withdrawal rate, that would produce for you the $20,000 of income that you would need to supplement that retirement income shortfall for your expenses. And that would leave the remaining 60% to basically be invested in maybe a portfolio of stocks and maybe even have some bonds over here too, depending on how much risk you actually want to take on with the portfolio. But basically it takes the pressure off the remaining part of the portfolio, so you don't have to take withdrawals from this part of your account in order to supplement or to make up the retirement expense shortfall. So anyway, I hope this video has been helpful. This is how we sometimes look at annuities as a way to help solve some of this retirement equation here. And again, if you haven't seen some of the other videos that are in this series here, head over to our YouTube channel. They're all going to be part of a playlist there. I think right now, we've got 5 videos as part of that. We're probably going to add to that as well as more topics come up. And again, if you're watching this video anyplace other than our blog at moneyevolution.com, head over there, check that out. Got lots of other great articles, videos, and resources to help you plan for your retirement. Thanks, and I'll see everyone back here in our next video. Thanks.